Good morning, welcome to my channel. Today we're doing covers and we're going to try and do the corset spine, guys. I might try and sit down because I normally stand up and my body gets pretty sore. So, I covered mine with Tim Holtz, and my inspiration for this originally came from Bohemian Crafting. I don't know if it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It would be something like that to make the corset spine. Now, I normally mark, that's my front, so I'll mark it, and me back. There's my spine. Now, I start work on the spine first, and I always make sure I've got a little bit of gap there. I don't know what I've done with my original book. I don't know. Not to worry. Oh, here it is. It's right in front of me. There's that, and it's a chunky spine, and I wanted to do that one that way, but we're not going to do it this way. This is the right way. I like doing it sometimes because I knew this was going to be super gator mouth, so I always have a wider spine for super gator mouth. But if you do this way, it's actually quite cute, and that's what we're going to do with this. And so what I do, I use these little notches here just after the inch, and I rule that way, turn it around and rule that way first, and then I make sure I've got it in the right areas, and that's what I do. And then when it's completed, I make sure I got my front, and that's the back. I ruled on that side and realised it wasn't the right way. So I get it together and make sure. I'll try and link up Bohemian Crafting. Eva, everybody knows Eva. And then that way you can see and look for hers. It's a couple of years back, so I won't go looking for it myself, but I'll link her to YouTube because it's such a good YouTube. For now, I use bookboard with all my just make sure it stays lined, that's all. So I go back to where I was. See how much easier it is because I've done the spine. Now, I don't know if she does it this way. I'm doing it this way. I just feel it's easier for me. And I feel it's easier for you. Look, we don't have to be super even. She'll tell you that herself in all her tutorials and whatnot. I did, whoops, and this is where you got to be careful. It doesn't move on you, because it did on me. Maybe use a bit of tape. I'm used to doing it, so I'm not going to. So I've marked it. I'll move that away because I don't need it. And just there, I might just mark it a little bit more. And then I get my, might use this one if it's long enough. If it's not, I'm going to have to use, oh yeah, it is long enough to make my holes. Because with this one, you can actually see clearly where your centre is. And I'm not even sitting, but I'm scared I'm going to lose, should have wore glasses. See, and you just, I think that's too small. It is too small. Got to go to that one. So we're doing the corset spine. Like I said, inspiration come from Bohemian Crafting. See, using this one is ideal because you can actually see where the notch is. Only thing is, you've got to keep banging at it because you can't use my pen to flick it out if it's going to flick out. because like I said, I use bookboard for everything. Much better. You're going to get a solid cover. I can't be bothered mucking around with cereal boxes, because you've got a lot more work to do. You know, you've got to make them solid, and I just can't be bothered doing that. People can be, but I can't. I'm just a great believer in using bookboard. They're not expensive. I get lots of books out of. Well, this one sheet, I've gotten quite a bit out of it. See, that's a little bit crooked, but who cares? It's not like you've got to be perfect. This is when I need my needle. And I'm going to do this in a couple of parts, because I'm going to show you how to stitch in your signatures, but I haven't got my signatures ready. So, and I'm going to show you other covers as well for doing these minis. And look, it's basically, it's the same as doing, oops, I can't see. Basically, it's like doing the same as what you would do if you're making a big journal. The thing is, when you're making little journals, they are more fiddly. They really are. That's what I found anyway. Oh, they're not going through. Now, you've got to remember to cover your front before you start. And then you can decorate afterwards, like I did with mine. It's so much fun. I use a needle. That's my tip for a lot of stuff in my creations, you know, like for golly gosh, my brain, for your scoring and all that. I always use a needle. These are fantastic, and it saves you money on tools. You know, a lot of us spend a lot of money on our tools. That's what I found, and more on our spend less on this, but spend more money on tools. When really, less on tools and better on, I believe, that's me, on this stuff, you know, on bookboard, than on your tools, because you can find all sorts of things for your tools around the house. You know, and realistically, we're making junk journals. And fun, they're fun. Go thrifting, you know, like I went thrifting and I found out quite a few things, which I'll do a separate video on. These suckers are really a bugger to suck up in my handheld vacuum cleaner, because that's all I use around here, a handheld. Because I just figure I don't want to be pulling out the vacuum cleaner every 5 minutes with the messes I make. And I can judge that pretty well, even with that sucker there. Oh, I don't have to actually see. I'm suck. Oops. Holy moly. As I always say, holy moly, when I'm buggered. Oh, see, look what I did. Now that's where you got to watch what you're doing, because I haven't. And that can really, look, it'll be all right, because the ribbon will hide it. I don't want to take forever doing this. I see I went too close, but actually that'd be better if I did, because I already buggered up one side, haven't I? Oh no, I did it here too. That's all right. It is okay, because you're not going to really look real close. You really aren't. But if you're like me, who wants to be perfect at what she does, it doesn't always happen that way. And there you go. Poke these out. Done. Not my favourite job to do. And like I said, these suckers are really hard to vacuum. And then you get these handy things. Actually, I got these off Michael. He had them in his toolbox. Yeah, you need the same ones. So I'm going to pull them out, and they've got to go that way on the outside. See, it's a little bit crooked, but it won't matter. It really won't. I think there's more of these. Because I run out, and I was saying to him I've run out, and I couldn't do the video because of that. Right? So guess what? He goes, I've got some in my toolbox. And I was impressed because I really needed them. So normally I get them all ready, and I get the other one. Like I said, I'm a spendaholic, and I've got to stop doing that. And I actually have. I basically use the stuff I have and just make sure I've got good card stock. See, you're going to see a little bit of difference, but once the ribbon's on, you won't. But, because the other side's pretty good. I should have used my pokey tool. Oh, and this happens. Actually, I might do a couple at a time because it's going to create havoc if I don't. Oh. And I don't like using this, but anyway, I'm going to. I don't know who was on the other day on YouTube, and they had music going, and it was good because it made up for the quietness. Can you see what I'm doing? I like the other one for basically making, oops. I'm useless at these sort of things, but anyway, I get by. I get by because if I don't, I won't make journals. I love the effect of the corset spine. It's gorgeous. Like I said, if you're going to make one, make one. So easy peasy. Just use those basic techniques. Use this as your, but don't forget to cover. Mark your back of them. Oh, that worked out fine. You can't tell unless you really, really go looking. And like I said, this is junk journaling. Not everything's got to be perfect. Ah. Slippery hands. Hope it doesn't take long because I don't think it takes me ages to upload a video, especially a long one. Short ones aren't too bad now that the internet's sort of fixed. It was offline for a little bit this morning, but I just think it's just the internet provider that's causing me problems. But anyway, when you tell them and ring them and everything, you know what they say? Oh, nothing wrong on our end. Well, it's someone's fault, I believe. And I can see by looking, I'm probably not going to have enough of these suckers. But anyway, we'll... Oh, don't want that one. I will have some in the other. I think of these ones. It's really cute spine, the corset spine. And now especially it'll be cuter because I've made the smaller spine. I'll still be a 2-inch signature, no doubt. There you go. Now we'll do the next one. Let's see if it works on this one. That way I don't have to keep... It worked with the last one I did. I don't know why it's being silly. I hope I can find the same colour or we're in trouble. But if we have an issue, I'm going to have to stop the video and do a part 2 sooner than I thought, because there'll be part 2, because I'm going to show you my process of how I do my signatures and stuff like that, you know, and make life easier. Like I said, making small journals isn't as easy as I'd like it to be. You know, like quicker, mainly, it's easy enough. It's, oh, wrong one. It would help if I wore glasses. But seriously, I don't. So I use the Tim Holtz papers, the smaller pads, the new ones that he's got out. I love them, actually. I wish he had more in that pack, you know what I mean? Because you do use a lot. But I believe it's more affordable buying it in the small pack. Because I don't know about you, I've got pads that I've had for years and I haven't used them. And this is what got me doing mini journals, is trying to use up all these pads, you know, by doing more ephemera with Tim Holtz papers or any other papers I've got sitting in my stash. That's much easier. Just with a small spine or thin, there you go. So that's that. Now we'll put, hopefully got enough. Hopefully. So what I'm learning about my processes and everything is having fun with it. You know, I've made quite a few minis. If you look back on my past videos, you'll see I've got quite a few minis. They are fun. And I'm really enjoying them. Tell you what, it's good working on my desk. I don't know about you guys, but even though I've got this long desk here, it gets full of stuff, so I end up on the floor. Oh, I've got enough. Yippee. Yeah, so I end up working on the floor. I've got just enough with one to spare. My golly. That was lucky. So I'll just move them aside. Move some of that away. And like I said, I will show you my process with other... Oops, one fell out, but anyway, I can always put that back in. Not very strong, but doesn't matter. Oh, that one wants to come out, but anyway, it'll be all right. Now, I'm working on the concept that my journal is going to be a 2-inch spine. Oh, there you go. All done. So, front, back, and this one, we're going to make sure it's the correct spot, that it is lining up. I think it's that way. But you've got to make sure. There you go. So that's done. It doesn't look right. No. That's got to be that way. I don't know. There you go. And where's my ribbon? And I've got this beautiful ribbon here. And all you got to do is we put that aside for now, and we've got to thread it in. I've got to make sure I'm being seen. And it might be wise to just nip that like long ways and the other end, so you can thread real easy. There you go. And I start from the back both ends. Like I said, I've done a number of these. I want mine to be a 2-inch spine. So that's my plans on this. Look, you can use twine. Now you bring it in from underneath. I might change this to twine. I don't know. I'll have to go and look in the garage and see what I've got. Because I think twine will look good instead of using ribbon. Again, take it through. So cute corset spines. They really, really are. I've got two ways of doing the inside of my cover. And I'll show you that once I've threaded this. Like I said, it's so much fun. So much fun creating covers. I've got 3 on the go covers. I like to sort of do my covers and then design my journals. Around them, you know what I mean? Because this one's longer than the others. It's the longest one, I think. I can't remember the length of it, but it could be around 5.5 or something. So bear in mind, I want a 2-inch spine. That's an inch. So this is why. Oh, I've got the shakes, guys. Who gets the shakes when they're doing a video? I haven't done many because I've been doing live streams in the group I belong to. So I've decided, because there's not much activity in the groups, that I'll go back to doing videos on YouTube. I don't know about you guys, but I just haven't got enough confidence with YouTube. But anyway, I'm going to give it a go. Give it a go and hope for the best, which is all we can do with anything we do. You know, something new, it can throw you, which it does me. The older I get, the more nervous I get. Oh, doesn't want to go in. It's on the last one. Get in. The ribbon's getting a bit frayy, that's what it is. Okie dokie, that's one side done. And normally I just tie it off for now. And at the end I'll probably keep it, because I don't want to make, I use the ribbon to make a tassel for that journal, but I won't be for this one. So for now it will be tied off. Now the other ribbon, so we can do the other side. And we've got to do the same thing with these ones, so we don't have issues. Just cut it long ways and bring it through. And you're thinking, how are we going to do the inside? Well, that's actually the easiest part and less work, I think. Oh dear. So this has got more studs, because that is a smaller journal. The other one I made like a smaller in height, where this one I've given it more height, because like I said, I'm trying to use up my old pads from Tim Holtz, you know, and that they've got a lot of 6x6 panels there that I've never used. So this is where my idea come from, you know, to make little journals with them. And I've had so much fun making little journals. I think I'm just going to keep doing that for now. Because if you're enjoying a process, why not keep doing it, is my opinion. Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, have I got that right? Yeah. That one comes this way. Just like doing a corset up. A lot of us know in our younger days, or some of us are still using them, I suppose. I don't. But I did wear them in the younger days. I wore them, you know. Thought I was being really pretty and everything for my husband whenever I got dressed up when we were going out, you know, but don't wear that stuff anymore. Oh, it would have been for my first husband, not my second one. Got past it by the time we got together. But what a thing. Oh dear, some of the things I come out with. But anyway, I used to love them. You know, they looked really quite sexy. So isn't it nice to think that a sexy corset can look really nice on a journal, is what I reckon. Whoops. Get in. Nearly there. Nearly there. See how you just bring it in from underneath and you just got that nice corsety look. And like I said, I want a 2-inch spine on mine. Whoopsie day. So, if I line that there and that one there, that is a 2-inch spine. And I can just basically top it off for now. I might have to stretch it out. This is the beauty of tying off for now. And there it is there. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? So what you do next is you want to make your fabric for the inside. So basically, oh, this is too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip at it, which is what I do with all my fabrics. I'm just seeing, I want to rip this a bit. Oh, it won't matter, I can cut it, but I like ripping. Oh, it's so hard. Actually, I'm going to just cut this. And I can still fray it if I want to. I don't want to take too much away, because I want to fray it after I put it together. Okie dokie. And I keep all the frayed bits, see all these? Because I'm going to do a tutorial on how to use them up. At the moment, don't need them. Okay, that's nearly close. I just want to make sure it's too long. So, I need to, oops, stretch it out. Make sure I have got a 2-inch spine. Yep. And I've got to cut about 1 inch off. So give me a sec. Like I said, I don't have to be perfectly straight. Now, you can use a glue stick if you're sewing around, or Fabri-Tac. I see there's plenty of room, but I'm going to leave the room. I'm going to use a glue stick because I'm going to sew around. It's easy peasy. Doesn't matter. You're not going to see your paper. Now, I'm just using coffee dyed paper. That's all I need. Now, one thing I'm not going to do, guys, is put it on. I'm going to show you what I do because I've got to get my signatures ready. And then sew them in. But I'm just going to show you what I would do. I might turn it over to make sure that... And this will stick down and you can sew around it. There you go. Now, I won't be sticking mine down for the simple fact is I want to sew my signatures onto this. Oh, I like fabric showing, but anyway. So what I might do with mine, because I like the fabric showing, so what I might do with mine, which I have done, is got a panel of fabric and I can do that. So I've got the fabric showing front to back. That's how I made my others. So I'd want to sew it to that. But what I'm thinking, maybe not. Maybe the paper will be quite fine. Actually, it will be. It will be fine. Because it looks good. See? It looks good. So you can put a fancy paper if you want there. Whatever your heart's desire. Like, I prefer the fabric. But at looking at this, because it's coffee stain paper, I think it is, this one. I think it looks quite yummy. Actually does. Quite yummy. So once I've sewn my signature in, now I don't know if this is how Eva did it, but this is how I did mine. I sewed my signatures into there, and I used, I'll show you a technique I use to help you. Where's my scoreboard? Oh, here it is. I'll get my scoreboard out, and that's already back to paper. So I score, if it's for signature, if it's for, I might even use my ruler, so I'm not going uneven. So this is a 4 inch. So I want to do my signatures from here, because normally that's what I do. I use my knitting needle, and then I score. Oh, you can't see it that way, so you need to do it this way. So you score in there, because that's 1 inch and 1 inch. So I normally start there, 1, 2, 3, 4. But normally I do more of a width. Now, before I do that, what I do, I normally have a fuller sheet. But what I will do is show you another way to do the, so you've got the same, and I do 5-hole pantlift stitch or 6-hole. So I would start there, and I go 1, 2, because it'll be 6. I'll turn it around, and I'll start around there, or maybe just there, because it's nearly half. So I go 1, oops, 2, and then I do 2 more for the middle. So where was it there? So I'm using my ruler. See, I'm using that as my guide, and I will go from wherever that one was, there, and that one as my guide. I did it a bit different, but anyway, it's still going to work for me, because I just use, like I said, 6-hole pantlift stitch. And then I get my mat. Where's my sewing? Oh my lordy, I should have got that ready. Sorry, I get my pen. There's the hole. There's the, where I done the, if you see, and there's my, and that's where I punched the holes for my signature. And I'll be doing the same with the other one. I haven't made it dark, so much easier than mucking around. And I find this is where my signatures are always even. there. Remember, it's 6 hole, so you got to find your other ones. I hope you can see. See, and there's your 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure they're even. Mine are a little bit, they're even, all the way down, even that way. It's just the gap. I should have a bigger gap there. And the beauty of it, you can do that. You just put a line up, but I'm not going to bother because I probably won't use that. And then put your holes in and you'll be able to sew. But I can't find my sewing box. So what I'll do, I will come back and do part 2 because I'll keep that spine for something else. And what I'll do, I'll sew around this and then we'll make our things for the signature. And then once we've done all that and we've sewn our because I've got to get the signatures ready. And once we've done that, then your journal is just about ready. But I've got to sew into my journal and sew pages and whatnot. And I like to come back and show you, first of all, how to actually do that. Now, don't forget you've got to sew around this. Otherwise, this is going to keep fraying on you once it's even stuck down, and you don't want that. So that's how I would do that if I was doing a normal spine. So by a normal spine, I've got a fabric and I've sewn around that already. So that's going to be the spine for my next book. And this is how I'm going to place it. I cut the cardboard to size. And this is 1 inch and 3/4. I haven't covered the inside. And again, with this, we're going to use fabric glue. So we're going to come back and do this in part 2 because I haven't got my fabric glue ready. And this is going to make a gorgeous spine. So I don't know if I can sew this around the sewing machine, but generally another way of doing things, you can actually sew around the sewing machine if you stay outside the cardboard, but we won't be doing that. So Fabri-Tac, or you can actually use, this is really good. I don't know about you guys, but I love this glue for everything. I use it for everything. But anyway, we'll come back and glue this with Fabri-Tac because I really love that. And I want to iron it a bit. You don't have to because the glue will straighten it out, but I feel I need to iron it. But, so that will be for that cover. I showed you how to do that. This will be sewn around. There's our cover. And we have to make our spine. And with this one, I'll have to be precise. But it's easy enough to be precise because you just, what do you call it? Score it. I'm just not good with scoring in front of the camera. But look, everybody, thank you for watching and subscribing. I'll be back for part 2. I hope you liked the cover so far. We've got to even it out, make sure it's at 2 because it's come undone. And we can make up signatures because we'll do one of the journals together. I'll even show you how to do little ephemera and all that and make it easy for you. Okie dokie, take care everybody, and I'll see you in part 2. Bye for now.